Hello beautiful people, welcome to your yoga for back bends, specifically for beginners today. So come join me, sat on the mat, spine nice and tall, slight tuck in the chin, and place the hands on the knees or together in the lap, and we'll close the eyes. Bringing our awareness in towards our breath. And we're just observing the natural rhythm for a moment. And then we'll take a nice deep breath in and out, completely emptying the mind of all thoughts. Coming back to our natural rhythm of our breath. Bringing ourselves into the present moment and connecting with our breath. Then we can bring the hands together in prayer in front of the chest and bow the head down, and then open the eyes and look up. We'll then find our way into our tabletop position. Shoulders are in line with the wrist, hips are in line with the knees. Really press the palms into the mat and the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale from the sacrum, draw the belly down, lift the chest and chin. Exhale, rounding the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. For some nice cat-cows, just to warm up the spine. Inhale, draw the belly down, lift the chest and chin. Exhaling, rounding the spine, bringing the chin to the chest. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhaling, coming back to our neutral position. And then just walk the hands forwards a little bit, tuck the toes under and take the hips back and up into our downward facing dog. And we can paddle the feet here, take your dog for a walk. Or you can bend the knees to deepen the stretch in the back, or you can just find stillness in this pose. Make sure we're not locking in those elbows. And then inhaling, lifting up the left leg, bringing the knee into the chest and stepping it between the hands, then dropping that back knee down and untucking the toes, coming into our low lunge. Then lifting ourselves up so that we are up on the knees. We're going to inhale, swing the arms up, round in a circle, exhale, back down. Inhale, swing the arms round and up, slight back bend. Exhaling, bring the hands back down. Inhale, one more. Reaching back. Exhale, bringing the hands down. Back into prayer. We'll just take a breath here for a moment. And then exhale, we can place the hands back on the mat, tuck the back toe and take it back into our downward facing dog. And just take a moment to stretch out the leg. Then we'll do the same on the other side. So we're going to inhale, lift the right leg up and step it between the hands, dropping the back knee down and untucking the toes. And then lifting ourselves up into our low lunge. We can stay here, or we can add in the little back bends by releasing the hands down by the sides. And then inhaling, circling the arms up, slight back bend, exhaling, circling the arms back down. Inhale up, slight back bend, exhaling, back down. One more. Inhale, windmilling up, reaching back, exhaling, bringing the hands back down to the mat, tucking the back toe, and then again taking it back to our downward facing dog. And then we're going to inhale, come into plank. Then exhaling, bring the knees, chest and chin down to the mat. Inhaling, slide the body forwards and lift the chest and chin up for our upward facing dog. Or cobra pose. We can always bring ourselves onto the forearms if pressing the palms into the mat is a little bit too much. Now relieve some pressure in the lower back. Make sure we're pressing the pelvis firmly into the mat here. We can turn the head side to side to loosen up the spine a little bit. and squeezing the legs and feet together. Again, if you feel any discomfort in the lower back, just gently lower yourselves down towards the floor a bit more. And exhaling, lowering ourselves down, and then pressing it back into a child's pose. And we're going to take the arms down by the sides for a gentle release in the lower back. Allowing the body to completely relax here. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So make yourself comfortable and stay present with our breath. Just a few more breaths here. Child's pose is a great counter pose for back bends. And then we're going to inhale, extend the arms in front and rounding the spine, come back up to back up on the knees. And then we're going to lower ourselves back down to laying on the mat on the front. We can then come back up onto our forearms and we're going to do a half bow. So crossing the right arm in front of us, bending the left leg and reaching back for that foot with the left arm. You can always use a strap here to wrap around the foot so that you can hold on to the foot. And taking the gaze forwards, again pressing the pelvis into the mat to protect the lower back. This here is half bow pose. And then exhale, we'll release and do the same on the other side. So crossing the left arm in front, bending the right knee and taking the right arm behind, reaching for that back foot. And breathe here. If you feel like you can deepen this back bend, you can lift the knee, the right knee. Otherwise, we can keep it down on the mat and maybe even deepen the stretch in the quad by bringing the foot closer to our bum. Then exhaling, we'll gently release, pressing the hands back down into the mat. Take a breath, inhale. Exhaling, we'll bring both of the feet this time in towards the butt. We'll take both our hands behind and grabbing both of the feet. And then inhaling, lifting the chest and lifting the thighs up into our bow pose. And again, breathing here. Really press the feet into the hands here. And pressing the pelvis into the mat. And then exhaling, gently release back down. We can let the feet fall back down and we'll just stay here for a sec. Laying flat. Then pressing the hands back into the mat, we'll push it back up and back into our child's pose. And again, we'll have the arms down by the sides for that gentle release in the lower back. Nice deep breaths. Maybe even sending this breath down into the lower back area. Imagining it swirling around, releasing all those little knots and bits of tension that we tend to hold in our lower backs. Breathing it all away. Completely relaxing. And inhaling, bringing the fingertips under the shoulders and just lift ourselves up so that we're sat up on the heels. We can then bring the hips to the side and swing the feet round. And we'll bring ourselves back into our cross-legged position. And then from here, we're just going to walk the hands forward so that we come into a cross-legged forward fold. Again, this is a nice little counter pose for the back, the stretches we've just done on the back. Helps close off the lower back space. Maybe if your head doesn't come quite down to the floor, just lift yourself up more and keep the chest nice and open, spine nice and straight, shoulders pull away from the ears. And we're grounding down through both sit bones. One more breath here. Then inhale, walking the hands back in towards you so that we come to sit back up straight. Hands on the knees or together in the lap, spine nice and tall. Slight tuck in the chin and closing the eyes. And once again, we bring our awareness back to our breath. And just be aware of any subtle changes you might notice here. Perhaps your breath feels more spacious. You have room to breathe. And maybe you feel it nice and deep in the belly. Again, if our mind wanders, we'll bring it back to our breath. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in through the nose and an exhaling sigh through the mouth. Completely letting go. Allowing the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Then we can bring the hands together in prayer in front of the chest, bow the head down, and then gently open the eyes and lift the head when you're ready. Namaste, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you again in the next video.